Hey everyone, we are so excited to have you join us today. We are going to be talking about effective scheduling for busy moms, which is something I know we all struggle with. Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard, and yet in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Angela Reeder.
And I'm Jessie Valle. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast.
Speaking of scheduling, our scheduling has been way thrown off lately thanks to end of school year, summer, holidays, and sick kids.
And sick selves. I'm getting over a sickness as well. Just all the things. Yeah, the transition to summer didn't go as easily as I had hoped it would.
Yeah.
And not to
Yeah,
mention,
I definitely.
I was just going to say, not to mention my daughter who's been asking every day, can we go to the pool? Can we go to the pool? Can we go?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I definitely did not plan on spending the first few days of summer running my kids to doctor's appointments.
yeah. She was asking this yesterday when it was literally pouring outside. I'm like, how are we gonna, like, you want to go swimming?
Where do you think we're going?
I'm like, it's like not even warm enough to go swimming, and it's pouring outside. Like, you are
Oh my
just on a
gosh.
I want to go swimming kick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My littles have been asking that a lot. Is the pool open? Can we go swimming? When are we going to go swimming? Are we going to go swimming very much this summer? Although I will say I have absolutely let my kids go out and play in the rain if it wasn't storming. Like, you know what? Just go put your bathing suits on and pretend it's a sprinkler, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So today we actually have a special guest, which is awesome. This is Jazmin. She is a valued community member. I always joke that she's like our biggest fan. But not only is she our biggest fan, she's my sister-in-law. So I actually get the pleasure of seeing her a lot. And we had an interview the other day, and this is going to be a portion of that interview. And unfortunately, Angela could not join us because you were
At the doctor.
Jazmin was really bummed about that. She really wanted to hang out with you.
I was really upset I missed that. I had been looking forward to it, and we'd actually already rescheduled it once. And I was like, yeah, my whole day is free. It's fine. It's amazing. It's great. And then it was actually my kid's last day of school. She came home like partway through the day, really, really, really sick. And I had to take her to the doctor. So, yeah.
I can't believe she's still fighting it.
I know.
So we're going to listen, like I said, to a portion of that interview that I had with Jazmin, which Angela hasn't heard any of yet. So this will be news to her. But it's all about effective scheduling for busy moms. But I will just go ahead and let the interview take it away, and we'll chat at you when it's over. All right, here we go. Today we wanted to get on a call with Jazmin because she's a mom of 6. And not
7 with our puppy.
I was going to say, not only are there 6 children, there's a 7th puppy, and then there's your husband's schedule and your 2 parents' schedule and your in-laws' schedules and anybody else that you're jumping in and helping, not to mention your own personal schedule. And so with those of us that only have a couple kids, and we already feel frantic, I feel like you always seem like you have it all together.
Well, I don't feel that way, but thank you.
So first, can you just kind of give us a little background on yourself, explain your family, age ranges, that kind of thing that you feel like is good background information before we hop into specifically about scheduling?
Okay, so we're a blended family, and our kids age range from 20 to 5. So we have everything in between. When I met my husband, I was on the path of getting joining a school to get my nursing degree. And I completed that. And life kind of changed a little bit. Once I got my degree, I got a job at a hospital, and it was 3 12-hour shifts, and that was crazy trying to juggle all of that with a family of 5 back then. So we decided once I found out I was pregnant with our youngest that I was just going to stay at home, just because that kind of worked better for our schedule. And I've always been a planner, paper planner, all the stationery stuff. I love that stuff. So I've always kept, appointments, anything like that on a physical planner. And maybe last year, a friend told me about Cozi. It's an app. We have,
I'm grabbing my phone over here. I'm like, what is this? You've never told me about this before.
So Cozi, and I know just that you had told me that you and your husband share a calendar.
We do.
So it's kind of similar to that. We get the free version. We don't pay. If you pay, you can do more things on it, but the free version works for us. And what I loved about it is that each family member gets a color assigned to them. And I've already done that in the past with my personal planner. I bought different colored pens, so everybody had a specific color. So when I opened up my planner, I can see who has what appointment or who has what practice. So basically Cozi is the same thing. You just choose who's red or who's pink, whatever. And that is what keeps me sane.
Okay.
Semi-sane. Yeah.
So Cozi is Cozi.
Yes.
It's Cozi Family Organizer. I found it here in the App Store. It downloaded. Allow notifications. Okay. Well, I'll go set up my account later and check it out. You said you did that about a year ago.
Yes.
What were you doing before that?
Still paper planner. And I buy one every year. Like I still have my calendar, physical calendar. And actually we have, I have Cozi. I have the physical planner. Plus I have a dry erase calendar on our fridge. So
is your personal planner like one that is just for you?
No,
you carry it around, or it's for the family?
It's for the family, just because we know technology, sometimes something can happen. And if I put everything just on my phone, I won't remember what is coming up, especially because my dad, he's a little bit older now. He sees several specialists, and I'm the one that takes him and interprets and does all that as well for my mom. So I just have to be very anal about making sure that I know where I'm going to be, so I don't overlap things or I'm not available. I still work as a nurse in a OBGYN office. PRN, that means just when they need me. Yeah. For translating, that's what I do most of the time. So I have to be very careful with how I plan my things.
Yeah. So you were doing the paper planner stuff before you found Cozi, and now you're using both. How do you feel like things have changed in the last year since you started using Cozi?
So since last year, I feel like Cozi has helped me and my family because my kids are already older. So they have their own stuff going on. They work. So their work schedule, they get to, once they know their 2-week schedule, they add it in Cozi. If they have appointments, they add it in Cozi. So if we want to do something together and there's a date that there's already something booked, or if they want to do something with friends and they see, okay, well, it's our cousin's birthday party, so we can't book anything. So then it's in there so they can see it as well.
Are they good about it?
They are, actually. I'm really surprised. They are. There's a couple times that I'm like, hey, that was not in Cozi. And they're like, oh, I forgot to put it in. But for the most part, when they get their schedule, because that's what I rely on, especially if I do have to go translate, then I rely on one of my oldest to help with watching him while I go to the office and do that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know you had mentioned at one point that you were considering homeschooling for kindergarten. Is that something you're still considering? And how can you juggle all of that?
No.
Okay.
I think he's ready. We are super close. But I think he's ready to be with kids his age.
The
I think
question
he's missed
is
that.
mom ready to let him
I'm
go?
not ready. I'm not ready. I want to keep him till like he has to go to first
Till
grade.
he's
But
30? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no.
First
But
grade.
yeah, I'm not ready for him. He's been ready. So yeah,
It's hard to let your baby go.
It is. He's the last one, and
my baby's starting preschool in the fall, and that's a transition as well.
yeah.
It's happy and bitter at the same time. If you okay, so like you said, you have kids of varying ranges, and then obviously as your parents and your in-laws get older, you're helping them out a lot more. But since you have so many years of experience, if you could go back all the way to the beginning, before you knew that you were going to have 6 kids,
Yeah.
and aging parents, and all these dogs that need to go to the vet and all
Yeah.
these things, is there like one simple trick or tool? I mean, I know you mentioned Cozi or Cozy. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. I used
Well,
to.
because it's C-O-Z-I, so in
Yes,
my head, I want to say
yes.
Cozy.
That's what I used to say.
Cozy.
Cozy.
Is there like a certain tip or trick or something that you wish someone would have told you sooner so you could implement it from the beginning?
For as far as like organizing?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. I mean, I wish I would have found the app sooner. That just because it allows more people to be on the same page versus like my physical calendar, I was just seeing it. The calendar on the fridge, they would walk by it, but it was more, they wouldn't really pay attention to it.
Teaser.
I am so sorry I missed that interview because there were so many times where I was like, oh, I want to jump in and say something.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that's just about half the conversation.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear the rest of it.
Yeah. If you would like to hear the rest of it, be sure to join our monthly membership, Marketing Moms Monthly, over at marketingmomsmonthly.com, where you can get your own free first month. So you can listen to the rest of that conversation we had with Jazmin, along with the rest of the episode where Angela and I actually talk about effective scheduling for busy moms and on our own, plus all the other goodies that you would get, including a community where you can connect with Jazmin and ask her more questions about organizing for her busy family.
Yes. I actually did used to have Cozi as
Oh,
an
yeah?
app on my phone. Yes. When my kids were littler, I kept it on my phone so that I could keep track of my husband's work schedule, as well as like different things for the kids. And it's great for being able to see everybody's stuff. The color coding is wonderful. Highly recommend it. The only reason I use the Google Calendar now instead of Cozi is because Google Calendar will connect to my work scheduler. And as long as I have all of everybody's things onto my Google Calendar, it won't let people schedule like while I have other stuff going on. So nobody's going to be able to like schedule a call while my kid's supposed to be at the library or something.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's like the only reason that I because I loved Cozi.
Yeah.
And it used to, I'm sure she would know if it still does. It used to also have like a grocery list section where everybody could add to the grocery list.
Yeah, we chat about that later in the interview.
And I love that. That was actually, I think, the reason that I initially had downloaded Cozi, and then I discovered the scheduling part and I was like, this is the best app ever.
Yeah. I have actually connected it to my Google calendars and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look into the fact if it can actually block out things as well.
Right. Yeah.
But my roadblock, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to run into this, is family adoption when you already have a solid plan in place.
Yeah.
So even though I've downloaded the app, connected things, I personally haven't started using it yet, partly because it's only been a few days and I haven't had anything to add to the calendar. But it's not just about me. It's also about adoption from my husband. And is he going to want to use it? Now, the nice thing about Cozi is that like I can use Cozi and then he can continue to use Google Calendar. Like you can use both.
Right.
But obviously if you're going to use it, then wouldn't it be great to get adoption
If
across?
everybody used it.
I just wonder if it's definitely going to be a lot more helpful, like for Jazmin with older kids, where
Mm-hmm.
they can go and put in their own schedule and things like that. I don't know. I
I
haven't
was
figured it
gonna
off
tell
yet.
you. I was gonna tell you. So my oldest, it's she's gonna be in high school next year. Anyway, so we were going over like the free library events for the summer, and she was getting really excited. And I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I was like, I'm gonna have to put these on the calendar, or I'm gonna forget them. And so I set her up with her own little Google Calendar and connected it to our Google Calendar and put all of the little events in. And I was telling her about how she could, she has band stuff or something that she needs to do, somewhere she needs to go. She can put it in there. It'll show up on our calendar. And she feels so grown up right now that she has her own little calendar that she can view like the family calendar. So if we have something going on, which is a big thing for her. She, ever since she was little, she's always been like an I have to know what's going on, what's coming up type of kid. Like, we still joke about, you couldn't just all of a sudden be like, okay, we're going to the store. Like, you had to give her a 5-minute warning. Like, in 5 minutes we're going to the store, because she needed the mental time. And so for her to be able to look and see, okay, we've got this coming up, or okay, mom has a doctor's appointment, we have to do this, whatever, has been like a really big thing for her. And she's very proud of herself. She feels very grown up. She's very excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. Alrighty. So just like we said, if you wanted to hear the rest of the conversation with Jazmin, be sure to head over to marketingmomsmonthly.com, sign up for your free 30-day trial of our membership, and you will be able to hear that. Our new episodes come out, let's see here, the first Wednesday of every month. So we still have another week before that full episode comes out. So you have plenty of time to get in, and you'll be able to hear not only last month's episode, but this one as well. So we can't wait to see you there. Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're ready for next steps, free goodies, and more, head over to marketingmomspodcast.com.
We'll see you next week.